Alright y'all, I have yet another sparring session for you, so let's go. We started out, sparring Juan today. We had, two sparring partners. As you can see, I started out just with my jabs. Now, I got on the inside there and Juan barraged me with hooks. So, I remembered not to do that and get hit immediately. But he was actually catching me here. So I needed to adjust slightly. Went back to staying at long range. He caught me there again. And he's catching me with these hooks on the inside, those flurries. I throw a body jab there. Juan tries to go over the top. And the cross. And pipe. Get another jab in. A couple more jabs. Juan tries to catch me there. I'm able to spin out just in time. Juan is walking me down. More hooks. Now I wanted to test out my thicker jabs. Now they were kind of working alright. Now, after I throw that thicker jab, I need to remember to keep my guard, kind of up more, because I know that Juan's going to respond with a hook just like that. Now on those inside hooks, it's kind of difficult for me since I have longer arms than him. The video froze for a bit, so no, that's not your internet. But continuing on, throwing some more jabs out there. I'm just keeping my long range style. Juan gets me on the inside here, and barely able to escape with some check hooks. Some more jabs. Some more exchanges with jabs. I go for a body jab there, and that's about it for round one. Alright, round two, y'all. Let's go. Started out, right? Glove touch, as always. Gotta show respect to your sparring partner. Both of us started out jabbing. Throw a throwaway hook there. Tried going in for that cross. Measuring out again. Get that body jab through. Get some more jabs. More body jabs. I try and go for a looping cross, which he ducks under. Some more jabs. And he's walking me down with these hooks, which he's getting me with here. So I need to roll out and escape. And get a good step back there. Some more jabs. Try and go over the top with that jab, but it doesn't really, actually land that well. Catches me with that big hook. Some more jabs. Cross down the pipe. Even more jabs. Jab exchanges. Get another good step back there. Go into pendulum for a bit. This is scoring points, really. Now I continue to step to the left because we're both southpaws, so that's something to note. Juan tries to hunt me down with those hooks again. I'm able to get my crosses through. Some body jabs, which were kind of silly. Honestly, it wasn't that good. So 1-1-2. And he gets me with that body hook at the end of the round. Alright, now, I had a sparring partner switch. As you can see here, I was sparring with Armani. And Armani is one of the members of the fight team, and he has a lot of fights, if I remember. Or, actually, I don't know how many fights he has. But he has, more amateur fights than me, because I'm at 0. Now, I do know I weigh a whole lot more than Armani. So, you have to keep that in mind. Clashed elbows there, which was honestly actually, kind of bothering me for that whole remainder of those last rounds. Trying to go for my crosses, but it's that head movement. It's actually pretty slick, so it's kind of hard to catch him. I got him with a flicker jab there, and he's kind of walking me down similar to Juan, but he's slightly smaller than Juan. So he's using a lot more lateral movement and shifting to not get hit by me. And you can see that amateur experience come through. For a 2-3 there. Armani just continuing to walk me down. Gets a good barrage in there. It's another jab by me. Always trying to keep at least one hand out in the traffic. Absolutely walking down here. He's getting me with all these crosses, and he's able to get through pretty easily. It's still trying to find my range without... Oh, he's still trying to find his range. I'm getting to a clinch there. And that's about it for that. That's scary as shit. You heard me at the end of the tail end or the break between round 3 and 4. I said that guy's really scary because he actually really is. He has a lot of scary twitchy movements, and I didn't want to fall for that many feints because I knew that he was going to catch me with that cross, which he honestly did very well here. Yeah, so as you can see, continuing to walk me down. And then hooking. Trying to go for an uppercut into a hook, which doesn't land flush whatsoever. We go into a clinch as I go for another hook. Gets me with some body shots. Gets me with that cross when I went for a jab. I tried to explode out with a hook, but it went right over his head. And he's just continuing to get me with these crosses, and whenever I go for a hook, he ducks, and we end up in a clinch. Some more jabs, some more crosses, turn go over the top, and he's able to weave under it rather well.
He's tired. He worked out this morning already.
Some more flicker jabs, which I shouldn't be doing flickers when I know he's getting on the inside and hitting me with all that volume.
Yeah, he worked out this morning.
Some more crosses. Cross and jab. As you can see, he hit me with yet another cross. I need to work on my parrying and cross defense in general.
Let it loose.
Because I know that would not be good in the amateurs if I get caught by someone my size with crosses that easily. And as you can see, I'm just so much more tired here than Armani is. He's able to move around well, and I'm kind of plodding along. And that is about it. Alright, y'all. Well, that is about it for the spar itself. So it is time for statistics as always. Round 1 with Juan, I threw 51, landed 27, and had a 52.94% landing at it. In round 2, I threw 45, landed 25, and had a 55.56% of landing. Finally, I threw for 96, landed 52, and had a 54.17% of landing. Honestly, a pretty good landing percentage. Now, it is slightly less because it was only 2 rounds. But yeah, all in all, I did alright here. Now for Juan, in round 1, he threw 44, landed 16, and had a 36.36% of landing. And in round 2, he threw 31, landed 14, and had a 45.16% of landing. So finally, he threw 75, landed 30, and had a 40% of landing. Now Juan threw a lot of good shots here, as you can see. I mean, 40% of landing is pretty good. He threw some good straights, and his hooks are his bread and butter, and he actually landed a lot of them. Now in the rounds with Armani, in round 1, I threw 46, landed 16, and had a 34.78% of landing. In round 2, I threw 48, landed 19, and had a 39.58% of landing. And finally, I threw 94, landed 35, and had a 37.23% of landing. So I landed less than I did against Juan here. I threw as many straights as I could and hooks and everything. But all in all, I was just landing less, and Armani did a pretty good job at evading. Now for Armani's stats: in round 1 he threw 35, landed 12, and had a 34.29% of landing. In round 2 he threw 41, landed 17, and had a 41.46% of landing. And finally he threw 76, landed 29, and had a 38.16% of landing. I mean, as you can see, he landed actually a lot of his shots here. He landed literally 1% more than me, which is pretty good. All in all, he landed a lot of good shots. Like, his straights were landing pretty well against me, especially his right hand. Now, one more thing I need to cover. In that spar, my heart rate, right? I have a heart monitor on when I spar, but I was upwards of 195 beats per minute for all of those rounds. I was only able to get it back into zone 4. So yeah, I was just redlining it the whole time, even though it may not look like it. Alright, so what have we learned? I mean, I was able to hold my own today personally, and I would say that was a success. I mean, on my form on a couple punches like my hooks, I'm looking a lot more grounded. I'm getting less floppy feet whenever I throw, which is really good, and I would say this has been a successful sparring session. So, that is about it, guys. I'm Kobe Gaza. Please subscribe, and I hope you have a great day.